Alright, so this is a quick follow-up to the screencast David Anderson already did. So what we're doing is we're looking at an application called Polaroid, and you can find it right here. It's on polaroid.net, and what you're able to do is create these Polaroid-like images. And so I'll kind of show you how that works real fast, and then we'll look at how we can use them. So what I've got here is the application. It opens up and it just looks like a little Polaroid camera, and then you can just take an image, and we'll just take this image here. We're going to drag it and just drop it onto this, and then you're going to hear what sounds like a Polaroid photo being taken and the image being so it sounds like it slides out. And then just like the original Polaroid cameras years ago, or probably even today, I guess, I haven't used one in a while, it just slowly starts to fade as the chemicals process. Now one of the things you'll notice here is that this is a rectangular image, so I dropped it on here, and since this area is squared off, what you get is a head that's cut off, so it looks like it's just taking it from the center of the image. So that's something to keep in mind. So my original image I have right here, and you can see it was cut off. So what I did is I took that image and I squared it up, and you can see the squared off image here, and it created this one. And so you can see what you want to do is square off your image, and that'll frame up better in the Polaroid. A couple of other things to keep in mind. One is you'll see the ribbon that shows up here when it's done processing. When you're actually creating the pictures, that ribbon's not going to be on the final product, so it's just really on this thumbnail. And then over here on this, on the X here, you can close out the application. Over here on the white dot, when you click on it, that's actually a settings option, so you can go here and find a file and convert it that way rather than dragging and dropping it. And then on the settings here, there are a few things that you can do with it. One is you can choose the default folder is going to be pictures, but I kind of think that if you're working in a folders, it's kind of nice having it the same as the original. So we'll go ahead and do that. And so this way, if I'm in this particular folder here, it's going to, when I drag and drop one of these, it's going to keep it with the original folder. So that's kind of nice. And then you have some options here with the thumbnails and all of that, and then some post-processing. So you can add a blur, change the vignetting, and some other things that you can do there. I'm not quite sure what the difference is between photo and paper and all of that. I actually, let me go ahead and save this. I actually here, oops, on this one here, these are the same. This one has what was called stripes, and this one was without the stripes, and so it looks like there's a color shift, but I'm not quite sure what that does, what the difference is there. So once you've got your photos done, you'll see they show up. I don't guess they're not in here. Let me go to my pictures. You'll see that they show up in here, and you've got your photos, and then they're just regular JPEGs, and you can move those into PowerPoint or whatever you're doing your e-learning courses in. Now something here I'm going to show you, this one's still processing. If I right click on this one, which is done, which we can tell because it's got the ribbon, if I right click on that, it says show me the file into the desktop. So this actually will take me to the place where this photo is saved. If I right click on one that's processing, it just says I want a sample now, and what it's going to do is just give me a sample image right at the point where it's being developed. And so that's what I have here. It's one I saved, and it was this one, and this was in the middle of it being developed. So you can see how that works. Once you're done with that, you just go ahead and open up PowerPoint, and then you can bring in the image just like you would any other image. A couple things you could do. One is you can just add a shadow effect here. So we'll just go ahead and add a shadow, and so you've got your shadow. You can rotate it, and then bring your image and put it somewhere, put some tape on there if you want, or you can do like David Anderson does, and he's got a tutorial where he shows you how to add like a page curl effect, and that'll look really nice as well. So Polaroid, it's a really nice free application, and I think it has a lot of uses for your e-learning courses.